Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited for today's video. I've been with Real Broker for 20 months now, almost 2 years. I've been practicing real estate for almost 10 years. This is mind-blowing to me, but I'm excited to share with you just a little bit of the ins and outs of Real Broker and what I've been liking about the brokerage, and just give you a little bit of insight in case you are thinking about making the switch and want to join me. If you are new here, thank you so much for tuning in today's video. I'm Stevie Hahn. I'm a real estate agent in Northeast Florida, servicing Jacksonville, St. Augustine. I have a real estate partner that I do this with. I'm a new mom. My baby girl is 20 weeks. So let's just get right into this video. I've been with Real Broker for 20 months. And I will say, before making the switch, I had some concerns. I'm gonna share with you what some of those concerns were and kind of where we're at right now with those. So the first concern that I had was I was worried that there was going to be a lack of support. Like a cloud-based brokerage to me just sounded, I guess, unfamiliar. Previous brokerage, I was with Keller Williams and absolutely love them. I have nothing negative to say about them. And I created a video on Real versus Keller Williams. So go back and watch that. Love Keller Williams. But yeah, so thinking about joining Real Broker, it just felt like this unfamiliar foreign concept of a cloud-based brokerage. I didn't feel as though like I really needed a lot of hands-on support. I didn't really need like to ask a broker questions every day. So that was kind of like one of the reasons why I was interested in Real. But I also just felt like, okay, what if I do need a broker? What if I do have questions? Who is going to be there to help me? I'm just gonna be another number, another real estate agent at this brokerage. They're not gonna really know who I am. Sometimes, like as a real estate agent, like you need help, and sometimes you need help quick. I feel like, you know, it could be nights, it can be weekends. Sometimes someone's asking you a question like on a contract and you need to know the answer to like get the ball rolling or something. Anyways, that was one of my concerns, was like lack of support. I'll share with you my personal experience with Real Broker and how the support has been. So in my specific state, the state of Florida, there are 3 brokers. There's one specifically, the principal broker, Rebecca. She is in Orlando. I've actually physically met her before. So even though she's like 3 hours away, we were at an event and I met her before in person. You know, seems really nice. And I guess because I met her before, I just always reach out to her. And I have to share that like I've always had a really good experience with that. There's been a couple times where I had a question, you know, if it was something urgent, like I just call her and reach out to her, right? But like sometimes you have a broker specific question and it's not an emergency. So there's been a couple times where I just emailed her, and I emailed her and the other 2 principal brokers for the state of Florida. And I'm really happy to share that even though it was nights, it was weekends, that they would just call me right after they got my email to follow up, like within 15 minutes. And they would call me to follow up and to answer my questions. So I have had a really good experience when contacting the brokers. Now, hopefully, I don't really have a lot of contract questions. So I would say like where I'm really needing the support sometimes is like on the admin side of things, like the dashboard or some of the software, or I reached out asking a question last Monday, a real estate agent who's thinking about joining Real Broker. She asked me if she could be licensed in 2 states and have 1 cap. So instead of like, you know, she's licensed in Minnesota, and she's also licensed in Florida. And a lot of brokerages, like you have to pay like $12,000 to Minnesota, $12,000 to Florida in order to cap like in those states. But one of the amazing perks with Real, which I did not even know until last Monday, was you can be licensed in all 50 states and only have 1 cap, which I just thought, oh my gosh, that's amazing. So anyways, I reached out to admin support. This is who I usually reach out to. It's an email address, support@realbroker.com, and I'm asking my questions through that, and they got back to me within 15 minutes. So I felt like that's great. But yeah, that's typically how I'm reaching out, is like via email through support. And the questions that I've had like about the dashboard specifically, it's been really nice because they'll send me video answers back. I think they probably use Loom or some type of software like that where they're like screen sharing and it's their face and they're telling me like, hey Stevie, I'm in your backend right now and I'm doing this and this and this and this is how you do it. Like answering my question like via video. I'm a very visual person, so I really like that. And it just feels a little bit more personal because it's like, okay, they're sending me this video back. They're not just like going through the archives and sending a video specific to me. I mean, they're like saying my name in the video. They're in my dashboard answering my questions. So I've been honestly really pleased with the support that Real Broker has offered. So another concern that I had before joining Real Broker was and keep in mind, this was like almost 2 years ago. I was concerned that we were going to be compared to another cloud-based brokerage that is really popular. And I feel as though this is just my personal opinion, so please do not come at me if you are an agent at another cloud-based brokerage. But this one specific cloud-based brokerage, I feel as though amongst other real estate agents, I don't think buyers and sellers, like I don't think clients like know or care even what brokerage we're at, but I don't think they really know about this side of things. But as far as like other real estate agents, I feel as though that this brokerage doesn't have the best reputation. Like they come really hard on the recruiting aspect of it, which I feel as though like, you know, I am promoting that I can sponsor you into Real, promoting that like, hey, I can help you and sponsor you into Real, but these agents will cold call, they will hound you, they will send you messages on Instagram, there was a time where this woman, this is just my personal experience, asked me to get on this like Zoom call, and I guess I didn't read between the lines and I didn't realize this was like, she put me on this Zoom call with like several other agents within this brokerage and basically was giving me the whole spiel of their brokerage. And I was like, whoa, okay, I'm totally fine with you sharing like about your brokerage, but I really did. I mean, this was a couple years ago, so I can't remember like all the logistics of it. But all in all, I basically kind of felt a little blindsided getting on this call. It wasn't what I was expecting that we were going to be talking about. So anyways, I ended up like, I just feel as though this specific brokerage is more so not all, but a lot of it is about recruiting and getting agents underneath them. And so I didn't want Real to have this reputation. Like I want it to be about sales. I don't want like it to be solely about recruiting. It just has like a bad taste in my mouth, like agents who just recruit so hard. Okay, that is just my personal opinion. Please do not come at me about that. Moving on, I am really happy to share that I don't think that we're being compared to another cloud-based brokerage at all. And we actually have these specific rules that are in our contract when you sign on at Real that like you cannot be this like recruiter. You cannot be cold calling real estate agents. You cannot be like promising XYZ that if you join, I'm going to coach you, I'm going to mentor you, I'm going to, you know, you're going to be a part of my clan, or I'm going to offer trips or goods or any of the sort. Like we are not supposed to do that at all. So I actually really like that about Real. I feel as though we're not getting that super recruity vibe. For me personally, like, yes, I am sponsoring agents into Real. People who, you know, I'm mentioning that like, hey, I have this checklist that can help you if you decide to make the transition. I've created this item of value that will just make it easier for agents as they make the transition so that they know what to do before they sign up with Real and they know the entire process, what happens after they sign up with Real. Like it's something that I wish I had when I joined, and it breaks down everything. So like, yes, I'm sharing that I have this item of value, but I'm not just like solely promoting that I'm recruiting. I'm not blowing people up. I am getting on Zoom calls with real estate agents asking or answering questions that they have about Real and sharing with them my experience and how we can collaborate. But, you know, there is like no bad blood if someone decides like not to join Real. I feel like it's totally cool. You have to do what's best for you. And I'm just here to like share the information, help if you need it. But at the end of the day, like, we have not been compared to this other cloud-based brokerage. And that was something that I was worried about, and I'm happy to share that it's no longer a concern. So one thing that I want to share is the technology at Real. And I want to say that a lot of other brokerages will say, you know, oh, we offer like this technology. And I think that if you're a newer real estate agent, you don't really know what that means or what to truly look for. Like if someone says like, yeah, we offer this technology, it's like I said, what does this mean and what is actually really good technology? So we're breaking down the basics here, but I want to share that, you know, I've been in the business practicing for almost 10 years, and this brokerage has had the best technology that I have seen. And what I mean by that is a couple different things. One is the CRM that they offer. It used to be called Chime, and they recently changed their name and rebranded to Lofty. And I have to say that there is a little bit of a learning curve with this if you're wanting to utilize their super fancy features. So a lot of these CRMs are really expensive, and Lofty is expensive too. Like if you wanted to get Lofty outside of Real Broker, it's like $500 plus a month. But yeah, so it has a lot of really fancy features, and I think if you're wanting to utilize this technology to its fullest capacity, that there is a little bit of a learning curve with it. But once you get it down, there's so many training videos, and there's people to help you one-on-one if you wanted with setting up the marketing for the technology aspect of it and the nurturing. Literally a video for another day. But let me just share that the CRM is amazing. The website, the AI chat feature on the website is phenomenal. And I'm honestly personally working with someone right now to help me tweak a couple things. Another thing to do with the technology is their user-friendly management system. So what I mean by that is we have this dashboard, and within the dashboard is where you upload your transactions. So let's say 123 Main Street, we're helping a buyer or a seller. You're going to create in this user-friendly transaction system their file for the transaction, and it lays out for you like every single thing that you need for this transaction. And there is somebody on the other end at Real who is checking everything to make sure everything is correct, uploaded, you're not missing anything, everything is filled out correctly. And there's an option for you to like chat on there, like, hey, Jamie, does this look okay? Or did I upload this correctly? Or is this missing? Or how do I fill this in or that? You have somebody there to help you with the transaction to make sure you get everything turned in. And it's a really seamless, like I said, very user-friendly process. And I really like the chat feature as well, because it's like, man, I don't want to like send another email or have to make this call. I can just go in there and chat with this person and ask them this quick question. And you do everything like as far as your payment to get paid through Real, all through this transaction management system. And it makes it really, really simple. If you have questions about that as well, you can easily chat with the person that's like assigned for you. On the actual dashboard, I have not seen a dashboard like this before, and the way that it breaks everything down. It's like one, visually appealing, but you have everything all in one space. It's really nice. So things that you'll find on the dashboard is like how much farther you have to go until you cap. You have easy access to all of your transactions, the money that's like pending for you. For like, let's say you just had a closing, and you're waiting for that wire to come through, like you'll see everything listed there. And then if you are sponsoring agents into the brokerage, you can see them, you can see their transactions, you can see if they've brought people to Real Broker, and kind of keep track of the revenue share aspect of everything all in this dashboard. This is AI feature within the dashboard, and you can ask it questions like, what is my capping and elite status? When does my license expire? I know I've asked that one before. for how many sales have I had within the last 3 months, or just this year alone, or 2021. Then you could also ask, like, who is the broker for Oregon? Or can I get the contact information for the broker in New York? So like, let's say you have an agent who's interested in joining Real and you want to get a quick little introduction going with their broker for their state. You can get their contact information through that. You can ask, like, hey, where can I get the templates for marketing materials? You can ask technical support questions like setting up and the usage of Lofty. You can get the calendar of events. Like, you can ask this thing like a bunch of random questions. So I feel like that's just a really nice like technology aspect to the dashboard that I wanted to make sure that I shared. Also get, I think I mentioned a website, right? That's actually like synced with the MLS. It looks really nice. You can also, they create this landing page for you that's already done. I don't even think you can customize it, but it has like your information on it. It has your photo, contact stuff, but it's laid out of like all the things within Real Broker and all the things like the commission structure, the splits, we don't have monthly fees, but there's a $249 joining fee. And I'll share the link for this below if you're curious to see what this looks like, or you're curious to learn more about Real Broker. I want to put more videos out about Real Broker, so I will be sharing those details with you soon. But if you just can't wait and you want this link now, I'll share with you the link below. And this is a landing page that Real created for us to be able to share with other real estate agents that are thinking about making the switch. So I feel like that's really nice. It's just a lot of really great tools to streamline your workflow. Like, we want to make things easier for us, more efficient, and I think that they do a really good job. A couple more things that I want to share with you of what I'm really just loving about Real after being with the brokerage 20 months is the commission and revenue structure. So I'm really happy about the fact that you cap after you've paid the brokerage $12,000 and that they start everyone out with an 85-15 split. Once you've paid Real $20,000 out of that 15% split, you get to keep 100% of your commission. And the revenue share option within Real, very appealing. So when somebody joins Real Broker, and just kind of break this down for you simply, and like I said, we'll probably have to break it down in another video, but just to break it down simply for the purpose of this video, when you join Real Broker, you're gonna fill out an application. Who do you want your sponsor to be? I hate the word sponsor, but that's just what we use. It's just the easiest word to use. And okay, so who's sponsoring you to Real? You'll write Stevie Hahn, right? Or if you're joining Real and you have somebody else, like, they're gonna write your name. And I feel as though that, if the person does not have any sales, well, you're not gonna make any money off of them, right? Now, if they do, and they end up capping at Real, you sponsor someone into the brokerage, they are not having to pay any additional money to the brokerage or to you. Like, $12,000 is the absolute max you will pay them in 1 year. Of that $12,000, that's where the real estate agent makes the money. They get a little portion of that, okay? And I can give you the whole breakdown in the landing page if that's something you're interested in, but essentially you can make like $4,000 off of an agent if they end up capping. So if they end up paying $12,000 to Real, you're gonna get $4,000 of that. And don't quote me, there's a breakdown for all of this. So for you to visually see what these numbers look like get it from the source. I feel as though there's a little bit of an incentive to help them be successful, and you want to like answer questions for them and, try to mentor them and share what's worked for you or help them create some type of plan. It kind of just depends on like what I feel like each agent that I've sponsored into Real has been so different. Some people are like really needing help from me, and then some people I never hear from. And so, yeah, it just kind of depends, on each person. Also, it's an awesome opportunity to earn additional income, and I am all about having multiple streams of income, and this is one of them. Another thing that I'm really loving about Real Broker is the supportive community. So you might be asking, like, how do you have this supportive community if there is no office, there isn't you're not seeing other real agents every single day. So let me share with you what I mean by this. One, the agents that I'm sponsoring into the brokerage, like I'm communicating with them all the time. So I want to be like providing that support for them. And then I kind of have my people too that are supportive to me, that when I have questions, I need accountability, I need some type of support, they are there for me. As far as trainings, I feel like before I joined Real, I was going to trainings and I just think I felt like they were a waste of time. I feel bad saying this, but it just wasn't a great use of my time. I wasn't walking away like fired up, excited, had some tips, had some suggestions, feeling like I was ready to get to work and implement these things. And I am an action taker. And I feel as though after like trainings, I just kind of stopped going, and Real has kind of fired me up with wanting to do trainings. So they have like 5 trainings a day. You can see what the topics are. Even if you're not a real estate agent, you can hop on these calls. You just have to hop on live. That's the only like stipulation, is you can't watch the replay if you're not with Real. But yeah, all these video recordings, all these trainings of like actual topics that someone like me needs help with, like as far as like marketing and video and how to lead capture and how to convert these, you know, the way that I get my business, majority of it besides past clients is social media. And so people are doing that at Real at a much, much higher level. And it's been so helpful as far as like tips and resources and inspiration and motivation. Like, I'm not just saying this. It has fired me up more than any other brokerage I've been with. The training is actually really good. If you want to see what the training schedule is, you want to hop on a training prior to joining Real, or maybe you're not even going to join Real, but like you want to get this training, let me know. I'm here to help you. I will give you the link for you to sign up and and hop on a training, and I'll do it with you. So also, as a supportive community in the amazing trainings, we have one of the programs that they use is called Workspace. It's owned by Facebook, and essentially it's like a Facebook for Real broker agents. So the dashboard and everything looks exactly like Facebook, and there's like there's like workplace groups like Florida, women, Jack Northeast Florida. So you can be a part of like these different like niche specific groups. But if you wanted to like communicate with any Real agent, you can easily do it like in the Workspace. People are sharing files, templates in there, referrals. It's just another Facebook, like a way for all of us to communicate, just us, like Real brokers. They're sharing the trainings in there. They're sharing like brokers are getting in on there. They're sharing like things that have changed like within the real estate industry, things that have changed with contracts, events that are going on, which a lot of times like there's always a Real event going on. Of course, they have like their yearly big one, which I know last year it was like end of the year. It was in San Diego. I can't remember where it's at this year, but there's also like local Real meetup groups here anyways. And so we're able to like share with each other those locations and when that's happening. So I feel as though like that's another way to like have this community aspect of it, is like this Facebook group. Something about the agents that have joined Real. I don't know what it is. And if you are with Real, I'd love to know your thoughts on this, but I feel as though it's very much like positive, like-minded, hardworking real estate agents that do a lot on social media, YouTube, Instagram. I'm not really into TikTok, don't have TikTok, but there's people who are really into TikTok. And yeah, I just feel like the technology and people are leveraging social media to a whole other level. And I just want to be around those types of people. And that is who is at Real. We're going to wrap up this video. I hope it was helpful for you. If you want to set up a time to get on a call with me, on a Zoom call, we can just chat about you, where you are at within your real estate business, where you're wanting to go, how you think I could help you. I can answer any questions that you have about Real, and let's just see if it is a good fit. I will share below the link, the landing page that Real creates, that gives you a breakdown of all the things that Real offers and just how things are working. If you want the checklist that I created for real estate agents who are thinking about making the switch, let me know. Comment below your email address and I will get that over to you right away, or you can send me a DM on Instagram. So you can either look me up at the Stevie Hahn team or Stevie_Rutherford. Oh my gosh, it feels so good to be like back doing these types of videos with you guys. Let me know if you like this video, if you like this type of content, subscribe. I have quite the list of content that's going to be coming to you here soon. So keep me posted. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon.